First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Today, I'm in South Florida using my father-in-law's garage to install my Tusk rack set on the 390 Adventure. And while this is not going to be an install video, it's not really complex. There's like 6 bolts in the whole thing. I did want to mention a couple of things if you are removing the grab handles from your KTM 390 Adventure and the foot peg plastic protectors. So the grab handles on the 390 Adventure have quite a bit of Loctite in them. When I initially put my rack on here, I had a hell of a time getting all 4 bolts out. And I've even seen some people on ADV Radar claim that they needed to go ahead and drill the bolts out. So my recommendation is, since it appears to be red Loctite, heat the bolts up before you try removing them. Some folks have used a soldering iron. I used a heat gun. I just warmed up the metal, and after fighting with this one, the other 3 came out easier, not easy. The same thing, you're gonna have little plastic guards here. They stick out. Go ahead and heat those up and pop them off. The main reason I would recommend heating those is the metal used for everything on this bike, in comparison to the Japanese bikes I own, is very soft. So the bolts will snap. I've snapped multiple. You'll go ahead and quite easily strip anything on this bike if you apply too much force. So definitely go ahead and try to loosen those bolts up and go ahead and try to use nothing impact and probably not a lot of leverage. If at first it doesn't come out on the 390 Adventure, use some penetrating agent, warm up the bolts, but do not use any muscle on this bike or you will mess up your threads. Okay, worth mentioning, the distance between here and there appears to be off by like about a millimeter. So I softly fit this one in, and when I went to go ahead and finger tighten this one in, there was no way it was going to make it. So I went in a little tighter here, and then you need to really pull this away while pushing the plastic, and I was able to finally on both sides get them connected. But yeah, it seems like it's off by a millimeter or so. It is not a smooth fit. So it seems that these being ever so slightly off might be coming into play here, because now we're also slightly off here in the back. I was able to force these down properly, so everything is solid. There was only one problem with the whole install. Unfortunately, that thread was slightly cross-threaded, so I couldn't put the original in. I went with a slightly shorter one that I had on there before, and that took care of it. 1 out of 8, I think it's going to be fine. This is going to be my first set of actual hard racks. I've always used soft luggage, and I'm looking forward to having bigger bags on here than I was able to have with my Tusk Highland. All in all, it went on in like 15-20 minutes. That was being careful to not cross-thread anything that wasn't already cross-threaded by me, and very satisfied with it so far. Can't wait to get the bags on next. Okay, so I finished up the project today. The Tusk racks are on. One bolt may not be a Tusk bolt, but everything else is, and it seems to be working great. Went ahead and put on the pilot bags, and I did go and get the soft luggage quick disconnect. I thought that that would make it a little easier when I get to a hotel. Let's see how easy it is to disconnect. Not bad. Somewhere down here there's a handle. So yeah, that works out pretty well. A lot easier than strapping them and then undoing all the straps, which is what I had to do with the rackless. So pretty happy with this. These are, if anything, overbuilt. These things weigh a ton. Everything is rock solid. Don't know what I'm going to do back here. Maybe a hard bag, maybe just put a Pelican case on there.
something I could lock would be great, something I don't have to worry about too much. But there you go. If you're wondering what the Tusk luggage will look like on your 390 Adventure, that's it. So far happy with it, but definitely need to see if I can warm up to the soft bags. May go aluminum, or at least order some and try them out. If you stuck around, thank you very much. I appreciate it.